Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to work out one more problem on three asset Markowitz model. Okay, let's begin. Consider the data given below. Security. Here there are three securities A, B, and C. Next, expected return directly given in this particular question. You need not to work out expected return. Okay, standard deviation. Then correlation matrix is given. Okay, clear. Next, compute the risk and return of portfolio consisting of A, B, and C, assuming equal rates. Okay, clear. Now, what are the things? What are the information given? One, expected return directly given, standard deviation is given, correlation matrix is given, and equal rates proportion is given. That is equal rates. If it's three security, then equal rate is nothing but 1/3. Yeah, 1 divided by 3. So 3 securities. So for that, assuming equal rate means 1/3. Okay, clear? Now, 1 minute. Here, you need to calculate risk and return of the portfolio risk and portfolio return. First, you need to calculate portfolio return. That is, RP is equal to R bar A into XA plus R bar B into XB plus R bar C into XC. In this particular question, expected return already given in the question. So for that, you need not to calculate expected return. You directly can calculate portfolio return. Now, what is R bar A? R bar A is nothing but expected return of A, that is 20. Yeah, 20. Then uh, R bar A into XA. XA is nothing but proportion. I already told, assuming equal rates for, if it is two security, that is 50%, 0.50. If it is three security, that is nothing but 1 divided by 3. Okay, so 1 divided by 3 for all three securities. Next, expected return of B, that is R bar B is nothing but 5. Then R bar C is nothing but 35. Hope you are clear. So answer is 20.01%. Okay. Then next, this is about portfolio return, that is RP. Clear. Next, you need to calculate portfolio risk. Portfolio risk, you have to calculate the formula x1 square root of x1 square into x1 square into standard deviation 1 square plus x2 square into standard deviation 2 square plus x3 square into standard deviation 3 square plus 2 into x1 into x2 into standard deviation 1 into standard deviation 2 into r12 plus 2 into x1 into x3 into standard deviation 1 into standard deviation 3 into r13 plus 2 into x2 into x3 into standard deviation 2 into standard deviation 3 into r23. So this is the formula. Remember, first you have to take R12, second R13, and last R23. 1 is nothing but x1, 2 is nothing but x2. R1 is nothing but x1, x3. 2 is nothing but x2 and x3. Is it clear? Hope you remember this. Then see, x1 square for all three, proportion is same, that is 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. Then next is, that is standard deviation 1 square. Standard deviation 1 square is nothing but 5. Hope you clear. Standard deviation 2 is nothing but 15. Standard deviation 3 is nothing but 1. See, standard deviation 2 is nothing but 15. Standard deviation 3 is nothing but 1. Is it clear? Standard deviation 1, standard deviation 2, and standard deviation 3. Standard deviation 1 is 5 Standard deviation 1 is 5, standard deviation 2 is 15, standard deviation 3 is, that is 1. Okay, then 2 into, here you need to take x1 and x2. Remember, here you have to take x1 and x2. Then here you have to take x1 and x3. Then here you have to take x2 and x2 and x3. Okay, clear? Now, just see the correlation matrix to calculate, to see the correlation coefficient, that is R12. In first case, just check it. In first case, that is 0.1. Okay, how did you get 0.1? See, R12 in the sense first row, second one, that is 0.1. Is it clear? 0.1. Then second one, just check it. Here it is minus 0.2. Say R12 is over. Next is R13. 13 is nothing but first row, third one, that is minus 0.2. Okay, clear? Minus 0.2. Then this is R13. This is R12. Next is this one, R23. How do you get R23? See, R23 is nothing but second row, R23, third one, that is 0.7. Is it clear? 0.7. 1 minute. Sorry. See, R23, that is 0.7. Okay, clear? 0.7. Like that, you apply, then you get answer 5.486. That is portfolio risk. This is easy compared to the last problem. In last problem, you have to calculate. In last problem, you have calculated expected return, then you calculated return of the portfolio, then you calculated portfolio risk. In this particular question, expected return is given in the question. So for that, you need not to calculate expected return. You have calculated portfolio return and portfolio risk. Then let's see next question. Securities D, E, and F have the following characteristics with respect to expected return, standard deviation, and correlation between them. Securities D, E, and F have the following characteristics with respect to expected return, standard deviation, and correlation between them. Now, here expected return is given directly, standard deviation is given, correlation matrix is given. In below that is mentioned D to E, D to F, and E to F. Why, I tell you later. Okay, what is the expected return and standard deviation of portfolio composed of equal investment in each? Equal investment in each is nothing but 1/3. Okay, clear? Proportion is 1/3. Remember, because there are 3 securities. If it is 2 security, then it is 1/2 or else 0.50. Here it is 1/3. Okay. So first, what you have to calculate? See, remember what is expected return? What is the expected return and standard deviation of a portfolio is nothing but portfolio return. It's not expected return. Expected return is already given. What is the expected return and standard deviation of a portfolio? Expected return of a portfolio is nothing but RP, that is portfolio return. Remember, if expected return is given in the question, then you need to calculate portfolio return. If expected return is not given, then you have to calculate expected return first, then you have to calculate portfolio return. That you have to remember. Standard deviation of portfolio is nothing but portfolio risk. Is it clear? Okay, understood? Here you need to calculate portfolio return and portfolio risk. First, you need to calculate RP, that is portfolio return. XA, XB, and XC, all 3 are same, that is 1/3, because equal investment in each, that is equal proportion, that is 1/3. Okay, clear? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Then next, you have to check that R bar A, R bar B, and R bar C. Here it is easy because directly given that is 0.08, expected return 0.15 and 0.12. So apply to the formula 0.08, 0.15, and 0.12. Then proportion is 1 by 3, 1 by 3, and 1 by 3. Answer you get that is 0.117. Hope you're clear. Hope understood. This is RP, or return of the portfolio. Next, you need to calculate portfolio risk. You have to work out portfolio risk formula. You know that is x1 square into standard deviation 1 square plus x2 square into standard deviation 2 square plus x3 square into standard deviation 3 square plus 2 into x1 into x2 into standard deviation 1 into standard deviation 2 into r12 plus 2 into x1 into x3 into standard deviation 1 into standard deviation 3 into r13 plus 2 into x2 into x3 into standard deviation 2 into standard deviation 3 into r23. Okay, this is the formula. See, proportion, that is x1 is nothing but 1 by 3 square. Okay, all three are 1 by 3. All three securities is having equal proportion, so for that it is 1 by 3. Then stand deviation 1, stand deviation 2, and stand deviation 3. Check it. What about stand deviation 1? 0.02, 0.16, and 0.08. Here, see 0.02, 0.16, and 0.08. These are the standard deviations. Then 2 into x1 into here, that is x1 into x2. Then next one, this one x1 into x3, and this last one x2 and x3, 2 3. Okay, clear. R12, first one, 1 minute. First one R, see R12, first one, second one R13, third one R23. Clear? Like that the formula is framed. See, R1, 2 means 1 means x1, 2 means x2, 3 means x3. That you have to remember. R12 means x1, x2. R13 means x1, x3. R23 means x2, x3. Is it clear? So just see R12, x1, x2, stand deviation 1, stand deviation 2. Is it clear? Then what about R13? See, x1, x3, stand deviation 1, stand deviation 3. See, R23 means x2, x3, x2, x3, stand deviation 2, stand deviation 3. Is it clear? Like that, apply all the values over here. Let's see just about this correlation ones. First one, correlation matrix. Here there is a small change. It's directly given, that is D to E. See this D to E, D to F, and E to F. See what is D to E? D to E means 1, 2. This is 1, right? This is 2, and this is 3. So R12, R12 is nothing but D to E. Hope you clear. That is nothing but 0.4. Next one is R13, right? First one, I just repeat once again. See R12, that is that you need first correlation coefficient, right? R12. For that, R12 means this is 1, first security, this is second, this is third, D, E, and F. Clear? Now R12 means D to E, right? See, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now what is R12? R12 means D to E, right? D to E is nothing but 0.4. See here, 0.4. First one, R12. Then what about second one? Second one is nothing but R13. 1 minute. You need R13. See, R13. R13 means 1 is D, right? 3 means F. Nothing but D to F, right? That is nothing but 0.6. Hope you clear. Next, Third one you need, that is R23. 23 is nothing but E and F. So E to F, that is 0.8. Hope you're clear. Directly you can take, that is first is 0.4, second one is 0.6, and third one is 0.8. Here 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8. Hope you're clear. D to E, D to E, D to F, and E to F. Hope you understood. Like that, you apply all the values and you get the answer is 0.008. And next one is very easy. That is from the only, here you need to calculate only portfolio risk. Let's see. From the following data calculations, calculate standard deviation for a portfolio security PQR, proportion 0.35, 0.25, and 0.40. Standard deviation is given 7, 16, and 9. Correlation coefficient is directly given, that is P and Q 0.7, P and R, that is 0.3, and Q and R, that is 0.4. See, portfolio risk formula, I just tell you, standard deviation is given, proportion is also given, and correlation coefficient also given. See, 0.7, first one, 0.7, second one 0.3, 0.3, and third one 0.4 and 0.4. So there are no confusions. You may not get such type of question in a question paper. Okay, it's easy. So for that, usually such type of question will not come. Okay, next problem, that is the last problem in 3 asset portfolio method. See here, the estimates of standard deviation and correlation coefficient of 3 stocks are given below. Stock, standard deviation, and covariance matrix. Here A, B, C is given, standard deviation is given 32, 26, and 18. Then correlation matrix is given. If portfolio constructed with the 15% of its 15% of stock A, 15%, see proportion, check, one is 0.15, right? 0.15, then 50% of stock B, it is nothing but 0.50, then 35% of stock C. 1 minute. One minute. See, first one 0.15, second one 0.50, and third one, that is 35, that is 0.35. Total it should be 100 or 1. Clear? 0.15, 0.50, and 0.35. 0.35 plus 0.15, 0.50 will come. So add 0.50 again, then it will be 1. Is it clear? So this is about proportion. Okay. Here you need to calculate again portfolio risk 0.5, 15, 0.50, and 0.35. Just I told you the proportion. Then what about standard deviation? 32, 26, and 18. 32, 26, and 18. 1 minute. See, 30, 32, 26, and 18. These are the standard deviations. Again, R12, where it is R12. R12 is nothing but minus 0.80. See, R12, first row and second column, R12, that is minus 0.80. Second one, that is R13, means first row, third one, that is 0.40. See here, 0.40. And third one, that is R23. 23 means second row, and third one, third column. So 0.65. Is it clear? R12, R13, R23, R12, that is minus 0.80. 1 minute. See, R12 means first row and second column, that is minus 0.80. Next one, R13, that is first row, third column, that is 0.40. Next, R23, 2 means second row, 3 means third column, that is 0.65. Okay, clear? Answer is 16.23. This is about three asset portfolio method. Hope you understood. In case of any doubts, you can contact me. Okay. Thank you. Then about next session onwards, we are going to study a new chapter, that is Sharpe measure, Trainer's measure, and Jensen measure. The chapter is very important. Usually, 15 marks one question and 10 marks one question. Almost 40 marks will come in that particular chapter. Okay, let's see next session. Thank you.